I need to record this so James's message popping. Oh, there's a lot of people after you.
I know.
You know, there's like shadows behind you, and I see hands sticking out. You know, like that Indian goddess, like, tick, 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 tick. But
Yeah.
it's not that goddess is attached to you. It's that people are after
I
you.
want I know this and I want to know who they are, where they come from, what they want. This stems back to our original session.
Hmm. You know, it's just weird. They almost like put you in like you're sitting on a piece of concrete, and it's like your feet are in the slippers that are stuck on the concrete, and you're sitting on the chair and they're behind you, but they come to you at night. Uh, they're like night visitors. That's what you say, and you have hard time sleeping
Right.
because they bother you a lot, but you feel stuck.
Yes.
And the thing is, it's almost like they put like some sort of cap over you. It's just an energy thing.
You know who they are?
It's energy draining, but they come from the people around. It's like the area where you live. I see like houses, right?
Hmm?
And the energies, there's like groups of souls that are bunched up, and they walk through the neighborhoods and houses and streets, and they try to find some sensitive individual, like sensitive souls in the bodies that they can manipulate or get attached to, or but you cannot be manipulated, but they can drain your energy. So
Mm.
basically, in one of the dreams, there's something about the dream here that you go and there's a crystal lake, like crystalline, kind of beautiful, and I just feel like fresh wind at my face, and I see those like grass, and I see the flowers floating on the water, and you're looking at it, and I see you got scared. It's like something from the lake, like a distortion of your face or something, like, or something, it feels like a thought of you being changed, because you see yourself being changed, and that thought of you like changing, like physically, like, you know, changing, like the face is different, the body is different. You got scared of that for a second, and it was shown to you, but it's like a mirror programming or something, because first they mirror image you, but then they distort your image and they show it to you, and you get scared because in the mirror we usually see what we expect to see, but you didn't. So it's like first they show you a beautiful place and you kind of like go there to sit by the crystal water, but then they scare you, and through that scared, I see them, they almost like got glued onto your energy sphere. And then there's a couple weeks as they pass, they like to, it's like they show you different tunnels, like each time you go to sleep, and you don't really, it's very abrupt, like your sleep pattern,
Yes.
because every time they suck you in some sort of tunnel, you like wake up because you're very strong-willed, and it's very unpleasant feeling, like somebody's trying to, was about to manipulate you,
Yeah.
and but you stopped it, but they still manage to see, it's like they're not inside your energy sphere, but they dented it on the back,
Yeah.
and they got glued like a dominoes, and I see their hands. They are disincarnated, um, like phantom, um, phantom bodies, like
Okay.
shadows,
Do they have
energetic
identities
shadows.
though? Like, were they original identities of something? Like, why are they attracted to me? Is it just random or is it personal?
Like they're Mayans. They are Mayans who didn't make it out from this level when it was closing down on them. It closed down on them, and I'm telling you, these are like imprints of them because shadow people, shadow Mayans. You know how like we have clones?
Right.
If you have a clone, it actually has a body, but these are like imprints of the original Mayans that are stuck in here, and they have like 0.0002 or 3% of energy of the original Mayans. There's something about you, and you have they found you from all the people. They got magnetized to you because you have this ability to foresee the future,
Right.
and it comes from the connection to the ancient civilizations. You, when your DNA of your soul opened up, you kind of started opening portals to different underground generations. That's why we talked about it, that you saw that there is under the
There's
ocean
water.
floor, there's water,
Mm-hmm.
and you started opening water portals and getting through them and connecting to the places where those ancient like Druids, Mayans, a lot of those Atlanteans, live right now because they're
Mm.
in hideout. They're kind of like waiting out for the upper artificial layer of the earth of Terra to be destroyed so they can see the original sun again, because it's like imagine it's like a parachute thing. So the top of the parachute is artificial, like a solar system. So it doesn't really look like the way we are presented, and the with the sun and everything. And the strings are connected to the bottom. It's artificial platform like a Play-Doh with all the imprints of the original oceans, land, this and that, countries, and they're just holding it. And they're waiting until the land starts breaking and the impulses of destruction is going through the strings that are connected to the artificial sky system. I mean, artificial solar system, artificial
Mm-hmm.
sun. The moon is part of it too. It's like um, computer that holds the programs that run. Something has to run the movie. It's like a projector running. Um, and that's why they found you, because through you, you're like an antenna for them. Through you, when you go through those water portals, they want to reconnect, and like their tiny little bits of energies left in them want to go back to the
Oh,
original bodies.
how long has this been going on?
I got like it's like a jumpy numbers, like 4, 6, 7 months, and something like this.
Makes sense.
More like around 6, yeah. Um,
They're not really taking anything from me. They're just disturbing my sleep.
they're trying to use you as a portal. They're trying to use you as a carrier like a car, like you jump into the car and you drive through a portal because that person who's driving the car knows how to open the water
Right.
portals and you know
Right.
how to and you open them a lot. But you know what's disturbing you now inside because you can't be free and go through portals because you actually understand that they are low vibrational. They absorbed all the dirt of the negativity here at this level. They became dirty,
Mhm.
and the dirty part of it's the same thing. Like you can't grab all the pieces of your soul from all the lives you have all over and want to magnetize them and put them together because some of them are clean, others are dirty, and the dirty ones are going to contaminate the clean ones. You don't want
Mhm.
to do that. You want to stay separated for now. It's the same thing. It's like you telling me you so I can't go to connect to those civilizations I really feel close to and I get information from them because these guys are stuck on me. And there's like 26 of them.
Lord.
And
Do
you
they
just,
just tell do they just tell all their friends?
you're so funny. You went to the your kitchen and you're saying like, where's my favorite knife? And you're like taking a knife, but it's energetic, it's like you're kidding. And you're
Right.
saying, I'm just gonna cut them off from my energy sphere because they're like like a root system of a tree. They're rooted into me. Basically, they put roots and they hook to your energy sphere on your back, and that's
Mhm.
why you can see them. They are behind you
Ah.
and you feel them, don't know
Mhm.
what it is,
Yep.
but you can see them. So, and I said, how about you just like feel yourself with the your own energy expand it, make yourself charge yourself up as the burning fire or whatever, and just burn them off of you, the roots, and they fall off.
Okay.
So they can wander around until there's gonna be. First of all, you're giving them knowledge how to cleanse themselves because they can go into. There's like a swirls of energy everywhere uh, around you. I see around your energy sphere, and you're showing like if you go through the energy
Washing machine?
swirl. Yeah, yeah, it's like that. Like you can be washed off because I see you expanded yourself and you're like perfectly round circle now, sphere, and you're showing me how you open. You say that you change your molecular structure of your energy bodies and your energy sphere when you open the portals. And first of all, you scan the portals. There's portals that exist, so you find the one that exists, you scan the vibrational frequency of it, and you adapt to that vibrational frequency, you become that frequency and you go in easily. It's like become part of it.
Mhm.
And then you go through the swirling waters. I see like different layers of water going on. There's a cave system, there's crystal like cities. Mm. There's even like cities with large shells where you see like babies sleep in shells, like the big ones.
Yeah, so that is that why I astroed that I remember of the underground cities in the water. 'Cause
Hmm.
remember, but that was 2 years ago. And then
Yeah,
I kind of freaked myself out because I was like, Where am I and what is this?" And so I snapped out of it because I didn't exactly understand.
right. No, you're very much attracted to that. As a matter of fact, you're showing me how you can shapeshift into different amphibious beings. You have this, you have like the ability, and you're saying you've been a dolphin-like creature. It's like a pink color, pink gray color. It's kind of beautiful. uh, like beige pink, with a gray kind of little on the sides. And you have the slope thing in that particular light life when you can scan through people, like you feel people very much. So you connect. The water is the ways you connect, and you explore water worlds. You're interested in that because these are your favorite lives when you are in those underwater cities because it's beautiful. And the water is like a conductor of energy. It's very smooth conductor. The water is a keeper of information. It's all around you, much like if we go to universe, all that energy of universe is just information too. So basically it's all informational fields. It just depends what informational field you're used to. It's kind of like if you want to use internet, do you want to use Google or Chrome or whatever, like different.
Right.
So what you used to? You're used to this because you're closer to it. You had
That makes
experiences.
sense because anytime I feel like distressed or I need to be um, calm or anything, it's always water. Like water literally fixes everything. It's been my go-to for so long. So that makes
Yeah.
sense. It's comfort, it's cleansing, purity.
Right. Yeah. You become it. You become part of it. You because you have this ability to very quickly adapt the frequency and become one with it. And that's what heals you because it just all the impurities simply fall off because they
Yeah,
don't belong.
yeah.
You're showing me some beautiful purple world. It's like purple crystalline structures, and they all like those shells that spin and they're like pointy.
Mm,
And there's buildings like that with the tunnels. And you say, that the gods and all those goddesses that they named constellations after, and the planets and all this after. It comes from all the worlds. The world they basically copied the names of the worlds that originally were here on Earth, and they imprinted them on the sky, and they created the software programs that you show me like when you open the phone you see the
mm,
map of programs. The same as like the sky is a map
mm,
that influences the um, electronic robotic bodies we're in. So that's why um, planets influence us
mm,
because it's software programs that they
mm,
they start going in retrograde or whatever. It just means that they turned on and the energy they emit gonna influence every all the energies on Earth. The
mm,
same thing when, like, the day you're born, whatever configuration of energies were turned on as the constellations or planets, or you're influenced by that because that makes because we all born with the same set of software programs in our head and our brain as a body computer, but then whatever planets are turned on the highest voltage at this time, they would influence you at a personal level in your life. And that's why horoscopes work, like
mm,
professional ones, because they can pinpoint what are your strong points,
mm,
because you absorbed the energy from this particular planet because it was active at the time of your birth,
mm.
and that's why you reflect the energy of that planet in your personal life. Well, that's what you're saying, that they stole the information from original worlds and AI twisted it and used it in their favor.
Interesting.
The same like ideas that we have in our heads are always used by, um, you don't have the means to implement something, some invention you have in your head, but all of a sudden you see that somebody implemented it. But it's because that person is connected to AI, or that person is connected to the AI egregor machine that controls this world.
Mm,
Because they want to own the patent. They want to
mm,
own all the major inventions. But the
mm.
inventions come from souls, from people. They just using us for everything. But yeah, I mean, it goes deep and deep and deep and deep, and there's a spiral inside where the um, nucleus of the planet Terra. There is a there's like a light bulb of energy, that soul, and
Mhm,
there's a spiral inside, and that spiral represents the cycles of it. Some cycles are weaker, some cycles are more powerful,
mhm,
and she's saying to me that we are on the 13th of the cycles. 13 is a powerful number. They want us to think 13 is bad, but 13 is one of the most powerful ones.
mhm.
Um, because it's a split in duality. 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 is 2 plus 2. If you can split 4
Mhm.
and it go different ways. And that's how we separate ourselves from anything we don't want. But that's what the planet is doing now. It's spinning and it's starting to activate that spiral number 13 in its nucleus, and it's gonna cause disturbances on the surface.
Is that the volcano thing I was trying to understand, that message I got,
You
but
read
I
my
didn't
mind. I
get?
was about to say volcanoes because I saw them, and you just
Yeah.
said it.
And I told you in the middle of a conversation, I was like, it's coming, it's here, it's gonna erupt, it's inevitable, you can't stop it, it's gonna change everything. And I'm like, what am I talking about?
It's a chain of volcanoes erupting, first. Second, the places where we thought or knew that never had earthquakes will have earthquakes, or some water spillage. Where we thought it would never happen, it would
Mm,
happen.
mm.
Not typical places. Um,
Why was
because
I given that message?
yeah, because the places we think that are dangerous, like California, there is something gonna happen in California,
It's
but
moving.
it's yeah, it's like a split. That's what I feel, a split of land, or like a crack, like a crack. But the crack is necessary for the release of very negative energies from
Right,
underground tunnels,
right.
where all these ceremonies and stuff happen. But then the souls who are awakening are gonna be touched by that. They're gonna be safe. It's
Okay.
it's only gonna be touched those who are just like very dark regions or dark ley lines. Dark ley lines that were originally very powerful ley lines, but they were taken over by the dark ones and used as energy. And the same in Florida. I mean, Florida, yeah, for sure. But there's other states too. There's central states, central North America. Like I told you, there's a domino effect to South America too. There's going to be happening in South America too. But it's more like people are going to be, I see people moving, okay? It means they are unhappy. They are against something and they're going to protest. So if here is more like natural disasters and stuff, the South America is more protest and people reaction. Because through their reaction, they're gonna have to wake up from
Mm,
their heavy programming,
mm,
because that South America is like representation of a golden sun energy, the original sun energy. Those are sun-filled people. But because the Matrix and the creators of it don't want the souls in South America shine, they program them very heavily with religious programs, with other programs that they are supposed to obey and
Mm-hmm.
believe in, and they do.
Mm-hmm.
But unless they wake up, it's just not gonna work. And from that, see, there's a lot of things you can predict because unless they wake up, then the good stuff will happen when they wake up. If they don't wake up, we're gonna go on a different timeline. So it all depends. That's why right now we see positive and negative at the same time
Right.
until the split. When the split happens, we'll still see like leftovers of negative, but they're gonna be disappearing quickly.
Do we have a timeline on the split?
Yeah, it's the fall. It's after the summer. It's
2024?
mm-hmm. It's because I see fall leaves falling. I see the leaves falling. That must be the fall. It feels like I told you I felt like October, November, like beginning of November, something like this.
Yeah.
But most people will be done with the turmoil in their lives by then, meaning that they're gonna relocate, they're gonna end some relationships or restructure some relationships that are hurting them, solve the problems. Okay,
So let me
there's
ask about that. We do know there's a lot of dark people, just regular, your neighbors, all the things, right? Doing
mm-hmm.
dark things to people, right?
Mm.
So are those people going to lose their intensity of being able to control others? Is that going to be part of this split, like your normal day-to-day people, or no?
Yeah, because first our there's something about our physical like habits maybe gonna change, and also the inner inside of our body is gonna change, which will bring higher consciousness, higher understanding how to manipulate energetically around us. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's basically that transition that everybody talks about. It's not
Mm-hmm.
that you're gonna jump to something and be totally
Right,
different person,
right.
but no, you're gonna figure out how to manipulate the energies around you so they cannot reach you any longer. And plus, I feel like our physical, like the habits are gonna change. The physical habits of the physical body. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
we'll sleep like some little periods of time throughout the day and night, or maybe we'll eat different foods, or maybe we'll eat have different eating habits. Or, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just it feels like
So
gonna
it'll
be a lot of
change your
change.
energy, so you'll be not maybe as attracted, be able to hold your own, to block it
Right.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you're gonna feel lighter inside.
yeah.
It's like a feeling. It's not that you have to like starve yourself to feel lighter. No, it's the
Mhm,
inner feeling of like almost like emptiness filled with your own energy, and your own energy is so light. And to be honest, I feel it myself. It's like the chest when you relax. It's
mhm,
more extreme energy. It's almost like it's bursting with energy, and it goes into the head. Like last night I felt it. I was like, whoa, I can't believe it's like it's pulsating with this energy. I felt like my body was gonna burst and just be gone or something, because everybody's gonna feel that, and you have to find a perfect way. When you feel relaxed, is it when you're reading a book, is it when you're sitting by yourself against the tree, or on the grass, or looking at water, or like in the shower? I don't know. It's up to you. It's like you have to find it to feel it.
mhm,
And plus, for now, don't think with your head, think with your inside feeling.
mhm,
Do you
mhm,
need this person in your life? Because, see, the old world, it was all about the only way to survive was to connect, to be in the network of the right people who are powerful, who have contacts, who have money, who can help you, right?
Right.
Now it's different. Now it's more like you don't need them, you need yourself. But really, you need to preserve your energy as clean as possible, because every person you keep as a friend affects you.
Hmm.
And make sure that you have the right people who exchange the energy with you when you talk, when you communicate, and that it correlates with yours. It's
Hmm.
like at the same level as you are. Because you can't just keep a person just because that person is have uh, possibilities and contacts, or it can help you, whatever, like useful for you. That useful and opportunist mindsets of people, those people are not going to work anymore in the new reality.
Hmm.
You're not going to be able to be using people anymore. That's what I feel. It's more like we're going to be connecting to each other according to our imagination level and creational abilities and the
Hmm.
desire to create.
Okay.
Mm.
Does my higher self have the ability to share with you where I need to go next, what I need to be doing?
I feel like there's gonna be it's like a new painting open up for you. Like you're standing here, but there's a new something opening up. But I feel like it's after that fall, next winter, when there's gonna be different needs of like humans, awakened humans,
Mhm.
that we're going to be doing slightly different stuff. That's probably why I'm pushed by my soul to do the sessions now,
Mhm.
because like time is short. That's a message I get all the time,
Mhm.
and people need information to kind of speed up the splitting of the world, the timeline. That's why I don't like
Yeah.
sticking with particular months or date, because it depends on us how fast it happens.
Right.
Because every soul that is empowered by the knowledge speeds it up.
Right.
And you can get knowledge not through like me or other people, but through you yourself
Mhm.
too. But some people are more intuitive than others, and some people are just because our containers are different. It's kind of like you're living in the house, your house has all made out of glass and you see better, and the other house has little windows. Some people have like a smaller windows that they can't really see the whole picture
Right.
as you are. And but yeah, I feel like as time goes by, we're gonna see we have to live through this natural transformation of the surface of the planet when it breaks and it sinks. We're not gonna like physically feel like we're falling in, but we're gonna fall in. The layers gonna be dissolved, and as the original Earth goes up, like a flower grows, we're just gonna land on the petals of the flower, and the life is going to be the same, but there's going to be a different order of it
Mhm.
in a good way, the
Mhm.
different needs and thoughts and what we need and how we do everything.
Is there
mm,
anything I need to be doing to prepare for next year?
no, it's the innovations, a lot of innovations that are going to involve more people who are sensitive like you, that are going to be contributing or uniting with other people who are in the same mindset. It's going to happen naturally, because at that point we could have like bigger groups, 3 or 4 people rather than 2 people only.
Mhm.
Is right now it's dangerous to have big groups. It's always that
Mhm.
the Gregory shows up and you're hooked up and
Yeah,
somebody's gonna dominate on the group 100% or has its agenda over others.
right.
So, no, I feel next winter. Your soul even showed me the snow coming, like, and you don't have snow, but there's like a snow coming. That's when it's like a purity, water
Water, I said, yep, makes sense.
from above and from below. It's all water.
Interesting.
And the like like of course now I see the snow melting everywhere. Crazy snow melting everywhere and collapsing into water. Antarctica and other places that involve mountains with ice. Ice is going to be coming down from mountains in a form of water. So be careful with like people who live by the mountains directly. You'll know what to do. You'll feel it to move at a certain time if you awaken. Mm. If you like don't have attachments, who would
Mhm.
distort your reality, they would know that you have to move from there. Because some places are not going to have snow that they usually do have snow, but other places who are like always had snow, but somewhere on top of the mountains, all of a sudden that snow is going to melt, or that snow is going to generate too much snow. It's going to calm down and it's like crushing everything.
Right.
Um, yeah, and the earth is going to be shaken, shaken, shaken around those volcanoes, and people are going to migrate in large groups back and forth, back and forth. There's movement everywhere. The 2024 is almost like a year of crazy movements because it's like hmm, it's like eight. Eight is a
Mhm.
PowerPoint.
Mhm.
Eight is the middle of that circulation and mm, rewind. Eight is a good symbol, actually. They're just using it for eternity, but it's not true. It's not eternity. It's a restructure of the world. It's a flipping of the eight from top to bottom.
Mhm.
So you get like a similar world, but it's brand new. It's bright and it's different colors, different vibration, brighter colors. It's gonna be reflected in our perspective of colors too. Gonna be
Mhm.
more brighter paintings, more brighter colors as people gonna paint their houses or clothes in brighter colors and like it more because
Mhm.
our eyes are gonna slightly change and adapt to higher vibrational frequencies, and the colors bring higher vibrational frequencies, the bright colors, the bright expressive colors.
Mhm.
There's gonna be less black and white combinations as
Good.
it is
Good.
black, red, and white. What those are like
Yes.
very extreme demonic kind of
Yep.
combinations. There's going to be more pastels and kind of like soft and bright that make you feel good. I mean, I guess you can call it fashion too, but I don't know. People are going to stay away from that software program, but it's more like they're going to play around with stuff. Because we're not going to be crystalline bodies like people say on other channels. We're still going to be wearing clothes, but we're just going to be, we'll be in a better mood, and better mood means more expressive through the colors. Like I
Right.
said, I see a lot of houses painted more like pastels, and people are gonna draw on flowers on the houses or paintings. It's gonna be more like that too. Um, because the talents are going to shine through people, and the reason why, because it's gonna be more affordable to, I mean, not affordable, but you're gonna have more time for yourself. People are not gonna be slaving at work as
Mhm.
much as they do now. So more time, more than you have more time to express your imagination, and you just liking it. You see, a- all the people who come to me now, they ask me, what should I do? But the truth is, like your soul saying the same, we are in a waiting zone. It's a
Right.
waiting zone. We are in a safe room, let's say, energetic, in the safe side of the fence of the surface, like the
Mhm.
surface. There's safe places. It's almost like energetic domes where no earthquake, nothing gonna take you off, and no water's gonna flush you off the surface because you're fully awake and you understand what's happening and you're protected naturally. And we're like observers. We're like the
Yeah.
keepers of the original world, and that's kind of like coincides with what Dolores Cannon, because a lot of stuff she said also true. Some of it she was mistaken, but she really
Right.
gave a great push to us to research more.
Right.
um, and that's the truth. That's what we are doing. We're observing, taking information in, and we're just natural informational keepers and the keepers of the developing garden that is in making. We contribute to it energetically and with our imagination because we build it in our head, the pictures. But at the same time, a lot of times it's hard for us because the matrix is still gonna bombard our dome
Mhm.
with their crazy frequencies, or sending to us the wrong people. At the times when we are like weak because we don't feel well, or because we feel the energies of frustration, of sadness in the world. We do feel it. We can't turn it off
Right.
because the minute we turn it off, we become cyborgs, and that's not who we are.
Right.
So,
So I have a question. The only thing that I had hanging around me was these weird Mayan energies, but everything else is clear. Everything
mm-hmm,
else is
mm-hmm,
the way
yeah,
it should, right?
yeah,
So I have a question. I've been doing my healings on people. These people that won't can't figure out how to heal themselves, like won't stop their, pharmaceuticals and all the things, right?
mm-hmm.
I keep getting adverse reactions to these healings. Like I'm not able to transmute all the energy. So I'll get skin rashes and I'll get, head pressures, and I want it to stop. So why is it happening and what do I do?
Well, it's because every time they would do this motion with their hands, they would try to manipulate your energy and also take it from you. And
Mayans were involved.
your body was reacting to show you that something's wrong with you. You better check on yourself.
We are.
It's like the same thing when I'm starting to get sick. I understand I got drained or I didn't cleanse myself mentally after one of the clients. I had extreme attachments or whatever.
Mhm.
And I have to once I know what it is, my cold disappears.
Mhm. Okay, so the Mayans were causing those reactions.
Right,
'Cause
because you were feeding them with energy so they didn't want to die. It's like the phantoms of those.
annoying.
It's great because we are basically, see, the matrix is like a room made out of mirrors, and everything is a reflection, and there's just like fake um shadows walking around us. Like I see them walking through walls and stuff. And some of the shadows got accidentally imprinted by the AI, a creature making machine that got into the process. And they're like zombies. That's why zombies come from that. Zombies are basically imprints of humans who are looking for their masters, the original humans they've got image from. I mean, it's like a world of utopia in crazy, crazy ways of upside down, distorted imagery of everything.
Well, I've been trying to get rid of whatever it was, and I was like, I feel the pressure, but I'm like, I couldn't see it, and I didn't know what it was, but I felt clean inside. So I'm like, what is going on?
Because they're not inside you. They're
Yeah,
outside of your energy sphere. They just got like, they pushed it a little, flattened it up, and
yeah,
they were kind of, when somebody even above puts their hand over you without even
yeah,
touching your head, you feel it.
yeah,
That's what they were doing. There's like hands. Ding, ding, ding,
yeah.
ding.
So,
They try to stir you. Look there, don't look over there.
yeah,
Kind of like that.
okay. So hopefully the a current rash that I have will now go away because the energy will be not being siphoned by these shadows.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay.
Because yeah, to speed it up, you can just do it like a
Now
soul
that I
pass or
know,
whatever.
yeah, I can do a session now that I know, and I could prevent that, but I couldn't figure it out. Just
Mm.
I couldn't figure it out.
It's hard to figure out, to be honest. A lot of telepaths, like, we actually do sessions on each other, with each other, because sometimes you can't see, and
Yeah.
it's true. So
So
they're very
this
sophisticated, those beings. Some people even like they are free and clear of them during the day, but then at night they totally get sucked out. They only connect to those people at night, but then they leave them. And sometimes I see that there are beings who are in people, actually almost like uh, sell people off to other beings for the
mm,
energies. I mean, there's crazy stuff going on these days because the harvest of the soul assumes any alien group can come and pick souls for itself, because there's so many portals and wormholes are open right now because of all the conflicts and wars going on. And
right.
each time a mine explodes, there is a wormhole created.
Why
That's
am I
what I
trying to
see.
go in these tunnels? Like, I don't understand. They're trying to
because
collect information?
because you're very drawn there. Your soul is bored, on top, on the surface. You're bored. You're watching it, but the routine life, it's boredom for you. It's like for many of us, we don't want to be here with, and we trying to connect to, and it's kind of like talking to a very wise person. You get satisfaction out of it with you. It's like you reconnect to your true you, and you like to explore, you like to see, and the water is your you. And it's like swimming. You feel so good after swimming. You feel so good after visiting those worlds
Yeah.
and seeing the souls, because other souls who are in the human bodies do the same, and you meet with them. It's like your group of friends. And you know that on the surface of Earth and the human body, when you wake up, open your eyes in the morning, you cannot afford having friends, because people, most of them are handlers from the matrix that are sent
Right.
to you as being friends.
Yep.
So,
This is odd because our very first session years ago, it was about me being a part of space. You called me Stardust. So why am I now? These are, remember, we talked about my two astral projections. One was in the sky and one was underground. So
mhm.
why am I not connecting to my space dust? There's no,
Because right now we're going into the original Earth, an original Terra, a
uh-huh.
state of mind and body, and the
Mhm.
original Terra is water. That's why we all have to connect to it through water, not through
Mm,
space. So we're actually going under the ground more than out. You're doing the same.
Interesting. Okay, does she have anything else that I need to know? She wants to tell us any more stories?
Enjoy your travels because you know a lot of stories about Atlantean water tunnels and how they connected to other worlds and how reptilians had a war on Earth here and how they were following the ships of Atlanteans and mapping out the portal system in waters. And that's why the areas like Bermuda Triangle has the most portal water portals,
Mhm.
and some of them got taken over by reptilians. That's why they're being used in evil ways, but it's going to be turned the opposite way, the original way, because the era of water is coming. The era of the times, the spiral of the only materialistic Earth's surface understanding of everything is over. So now we're in the water age. Water age is going to bring a lot of knowledge through water. And that's why water is going to be engulfing a lot of places. It's because it cleanses and it informs. See,
Mhm.
it makes the places that it covers download the right information through it. By covering it, it
Mhm.
gives off. So, and that's unfortunately the only way to do it. But yeah, you're gonna be fine. You're just gonna be um, adapting and figuring out new ways of helping the development of the new world. It's not new world order, it's new world structure.
Right.
So, yeah, nothing else. You're just like you turned into that. Oh my, it's like the body at the bottom is a dolphin's body you have, but like this part is still arms and your face, and you're going.
Not
You're
like a
like,
mermaid?
yeah, like a mermaid. But you're showing me you can split your tail and your tail becomes legs again, and then you can turn into a like pink, purple, gray dolphin, and you can change colors of it. Colors is a big deal in water. Water and colors, those are two things. We have to learn how to play with colors and with water that gives you information, how to become one with water when we swim in it, how to absorb the right information, because all you have to do is to think of it and it happens.
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Neptune was the black beard. And then he goes out. But he was this Neptune and these figures, they were the invaders of the water worlds. They were not, he kind of looks like Zeus, but they're Neptune, but he's Neptune. And
Hmm.
he came from above to dissect the water planet called Terra and take over parts of it.
This reminds me of
And
Little Mermaid.
I know, yeah.
Well, they tell us stuff, and who knows what they knew and what, you know what I mean? To give you
Yeah,
a
yeah,
different conscious opinion of something of the opposite, right?
right. Yeah, yeah, it's fascinating. But it's all like a storytelling line because we're creating a story as creators, and then it comes true because we generate more and more and more energy.
Hmm.
But uh, like if you go up overall, it's all us who have the power, not the beings. But anyway, okay, thank you. Let me turn off the recording.